After dating Peiyu, nobody ever dragged me away to humiliate me again. I no longer carried protection everywhere, afraid someone would corner me in an alley. He promised to love, cherish and protect me, so I stayed loyal like a devoted puppy and loved him faithfully for 6 years. No matter how unreasonable his requests became, I could never bring myself to refuse, until I saw him with the people who had tormented me back then. Only then did I understand. I had fallen for the mastermind behind my nightmare. Brother Pei still has the magic. Beauty, have another drink with Brother Pei. Brother Pei looks interested. Looks like your sweetheart is not keeping you happy. Sweetheart, what a joke. Someone like Xia Xia actually thinks he can become the real partner. Brother Pei is only playing with him. You actually believed it. Seriously, I was wondering. Brother Pei planned everything we did to him. How did he suddenly become the favorite? That is because you are clueless. If you truly liked someone, could you ever treat them that way? I froze outside the door. My hands began trembling uncontrollably. I heard every single word as they laughed about my painful past. Do you guys still remember when Xia Xia completely panicked? Of course we remember. He was such a coward. One little prank and he completely lost it. Brother Pei, do not go home tonight. Why pretend to be the perfect boyfriend every day? Because watching him believe it is entertaining. It felt like ice water poured over my head. Something seemed to seize my heart and crush it mercilessly. My entire body felt cold and sore. Hot tears suddenly rolled down my face and gathered beneath my chin. I released the handle with trembling fingers, then fled in panic. When I finally came back to my senses, Peiyu had already entered the house. He noticed nothing unusual about me. I did not hug him. I did not immediately help him upstairs or bring him milk at the perfect temperature. I listened to the shower running upstairs, feeling like an empty shell. My happiness had only been an illusion. While I treasured our supposedly happy life, Peiyu was somewhere, laughing at me with everyone else. Why would he do this to me? Whenever I imagined Peiyu sharing our private moments as jokes with the people who once tormented me, my heart shattered all over again. Suddenly the door opened softly. The mattress dipped behind me. Peiyu leaned over and pulled me into his arms. He nestled his face against my neck. Why are you sleeping in the guest room? Why is your body so cold? As he spoke, Peiyu slipped a hand beneath my shirt and held me close. He gently kissed my face and whispered sweet promises. Baby, I dreamed about the first time I saw you. I fell for you the moment I saw you. The moment he said that, I stopped fighting the disgust rising inside me and suddenly opened my eyes. My gaze locked directly onto his. The first time you saw me, yes, the very first time, I knew you would eventually be mine. A chill spread through my body. Our first meeting happened 3 days after classes changed sophomore year. Remembering the nightmare that began that year, hatred surged through my heart. My eyes instantly turned red. Peiyu chuckled and kissed away my tears. He held my face and comforted me. Why are you so moved? Let me tell you, at the start of freshman year, you had the highest entrance score in the city. When you gave that speech on stage, I immediately noticed you. I remember thinking, that guy is ridiculously beautiful, prettier than anyone else, so what? So I fell in love with you. You probably never knew. I once sent bedding to you and placed snacks inside your dorm locker. I remember that. How could I ever forget? My locker was clearly locked, yet expensive things I could never afford kept appearing. The whole building called me a thief and forced me out of the dorm. So, Peiyu was responsible for that too. Peiyu's breathing grew heavier. He leaned closer with unfocused eyes. I stayed motionless and let him fuss over me. After a while he looked at me with frustration. Can you at least react? You are no fun when you just lie there. Watching him believe it is entertaining. You are no fun when you just lie there. Those two lines repeated inside my head. After a long silence I calmly said, let us break up. What, you want to break up over one comment just because you did not like it? Think whatever you want. Do you even hear yourself right now? What do you mean think whatever I want? How can you say something like that? My throat tightened repeatedly, making it difficult to breathe. What kind of heart did Peiyu have to do so many terrible things, then question me with such confidence? I could not stay there any longer. I threw off the blanket and walked away barefoot. Peiyu visibly began to panic. I do not know what happened to you today, but I will let it go. Take back what you said, and I will pretend I heard nothing. You heard me. Peiyu pressed his lips together and stared at me stubbornly, as though terrified I might escape. He held tightly onto my arm, his grip becoming stronger. Let go. I can let go, but you cannot leave. Let go. I refused to back down. My gaze was colder than frost, as though I would fight for my freedom. Peiyu's heart turned cold, and he released me without thinking. But after letting go, he found the situation unbelievable. Everyone knew how deeply I loved him, and how I could never leave him. I never even dared question his behavior outside. How could one comment make me fight back? How could I ever bear to hurt him? But now I never wanted to see Peiyu again. Even sharing the same room and breathing the same air made me sick. I could not imagine what kind of heart could allow someone like Peiyu to pretend he loved me for 6 years, while deep inside, he only saw me as a joke. No, even less than a joke. Peiyu treated me like a toy. I even began wondering whether, during our most private moments, Pei-yu had secretly recorded me, then shared everything so they could laugh. As they watched me fall deeper, a horrible chill spread through my body. My stomach twisted painfully. If something bothers you, then tell me. It is not like I refuse to listen. Where are you going? I rushed into the private bathroom upstairs and locked the door behind me. I leaned over the toilet and became terribly sick. Tears kept streaming from my eyes. Pei-yu secretly felt relieved. Even if I had rushed away because I was sick, that was better than me escaping him. Baby, are you feeling sick? I will call Dr. Zhang. I had almost stopped feeling sick, but nausea overwhelmed me again. That nightmarish experience had always haunted me. For all these years, nightmares would still return sometimes. That continued until I moved in with Pei-yu. Whenever I had a nightmare, Pei-yu noticed immediately and woke me up. He held me and comforted me softly. Pei-yu wiped the cold sweat from my face. Pei-yu repeatedly told me, nobody can hurt you while I am here. Whenever those memories returned, and I could not stop trembling, Pei-yu even apologized with guilt, saying he regretted failing to protect me. He said if he could return to the past, he would make Zhang Jia and Li Mingho and the others answer for what they did. But Pei-yu had been the mastermind all along. How was I supposed to accept that? I had loved the mastermind behind my nightmare. It was unforgivable. Pei-yu was unforgivable, and I could not forgive myself either. I had been unbelievably foolish. I wanted to vanish from everything. Go away. Pei-yu paused outside the door. His voice became extremely cautious. Baby, I said the wrong thing. It was my fault, so I will go away right now. Come find me when you feel better, okay? Then he quickly slipped out of his slippers and quietly changed the code on the front door. After making sure I could not leave, he crept back into the bedroom. But when he opened his eyes, the window was open. He panicked and chased me to the office. He glanced back at the locked door, then bent down and placed a hand on my knee. He lowered himself onto one knee and kissed the back of my hand with devotion. His voice sounded pitiful and eager to please. Baby, your husband said the wrong thing. Your husband was being foolish. Can you forgive us and come home?